Hi everyone! Today I'm gonna film my mid-year flip through of my reading journal. It got quite thick and I almost used up all of the pages, which is always a great feeling. But before I jump into my journal, I want to show you something because I've been working on my own stickers and my own sticker shop. And I wanted to show you the ones that I have right now. Okay, my cat is scratching something. I hope it doesn't disturb the video. But anyway, so we have this sticker sheet with bees and flowers and just honey, I guess. Then I also got a complimentary one for the people who have a book journal or just some other things. But I have star ratings here and I'm gonna show it later in my journal because I already used them. They are perfectly to go into the squares of the journal, so that's also amazing. And here I used ones for myself, so it's not completely full anymore, but I have some circle stickers. And then I also have two, just two you can buy separately. First we have this one. This was also the first ever sticker I made, so that's really nostalgic. And I also have this bunny, and I don't know if you watched a previous reading journal video from a few years back, but I actually drew this from my own drawing that I put in my journal in 2023. Yeah, because it was the year of the bunny in April, so if you go to that video, you'll probably see this one, and it's like hanging on top of my journal, so that's why it's like this. So yeah, and then something new. We have a strawberry one. And also the same one for in the book journal with the star ratings. And yet again, I used some from these ones. But I also have the circle ones, which is always amazing. And then I also just have a sheet full of star ratings because you can never have enough, you know? So yeah, these are the ones I have for now that I can show you, but I'm working on a few others, so check the link in my description to go to my website and you will see it. Now let's jump into the journal. So I got this journal from Tifosi. I will leave a link in the description, and with the code Emma, my name, you can get 10% off of the journals, so that's pretty great news. But yeah, when I don't put the thingy around, it falls open, obviously, but let's just start. So it was the year of the snake. Well, it still is because it's only halfway through the year. So I decided to do a blue snake because I always like to match my like yearly spreads to the cover of the journal itself. So I chose blue and gold. And honestly, this turned out amazing. Also, every spread that I'm showing, I made like a setup video for it. So if you want to see how my process was for that, you can just go to my channel and watch the setup. Then I always have a little envelope at the front where I put all like book covers of books I still need to read or just some doubles, because it's always handy to have that. And I know there is like a thingy at the back, but I don't know, I just like to have it at the front. But yeah, let's continue. Here I have my index. I'm not really up to date, but I also think I'm gonna run out of space for this journal, so I'm just gonna update it till there, but then I'm just not gonna add like a flap or something. I'm just gonna wait. My goals, the word of the year, then my future log. To be honest, I love seeing like the look of the future log, but I don't really look at it. So yeah, but it's still fun to have. Then here we still have this empty space, because I was going to put like the webtoons I read, the manga I read all over here, because I didn't want to add it to my journal itself anymore, so I just want to have like a spread. But I'm gonna wait to do that till the end of the year, so I know how big I need to put it, so it's not like completely full, you know? Then over here we have the days read, but this is actually a lie because I also listen to audiobooks, so it's not always read. So it's just when I continued a book or finished one. So with a dot in it, it's when I finished a book, and just colored in, it's when I obviously just like started one or continued one. Then here we have the A to Z challenge. So for every letter of the alphabet, I want to read like a book. And this is the first time that I might actually finish this challenge in a year, because we're only halfway through and I only need 2 more. That is so crazy. And to be honest, I already read a book with the N, but I already put one of that series in here. Yeah, Exit Strategy. So I wanted to wait for another one, and I have a few like aside that I want to use for the letter N. For the U, to be honest, this is quite a hard letter, so I still need to like look, but I already have an ID. Then over here with my reading goal, my goal is 50, so I'm definitely gonna hit that. Well, who knows, maybe I'm not gonna hit it when I like hit my head and I'm like in a coma for like a year, I don't know. But no, I'm definitely gonna hit it. So the gray squares are for romance books, and the blue ones is like all the rest basically. So fantasy, mystery, thriller, whatever. Normally I was also gonna add the color brown for manga and webtoons, but then I decided to not put it there because I just know, because I read quite a lot of webtoons, so it would be quite full pretty quickly, and I didn't want that to happen. So now I kind of regret not making mystery thriller brown, but that's definitely something I will keep in mind for my journal of next year. Then here we have 25 books that I want to read in 2025, obviously. And some of these are like recommended by people, but some of these are also just from my own TBR. And I'm actually quite doing well with this one as well, because normally I kind of fail this every year. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 already. So that's quite great. It's not like the pace to finish it for the year. But yeah, anyway. Then we have my bookshelf. And I think I'm gonna run out of space for this one because we only have like a few things left. And I also want to keep series together. Like, for example, the Hunger Games, and I still need to do the 3 other books, so I keep these free, you know? But I think I might add books there, or maybe at the bottom, or maybe even add like a little flap. But I will see for that in the future. Then over here we have my favorites like of the year, but I always wait to do this at the end of the year because sometimes my feelings change towards a book. So I have already written a few down though, but maybe some of them are gonna be gone by the end of the year. So yeah. And here we have my books read with the date I finished it and the star rating. So some of these star ratings still change, so you can like see like a white like marker to white it out. So yeah, don't keep these ratings like too serious, I guess. But yeah, here this one was completely full. I made 3 pages of this, but I think I'm gonna have a bit too little space, but problem for future me, to be honest. Then over here you can see at the bottom I use my own star ratings, which is so cute because it's like my own thingies to use, like my own stickers. So it's these ones that I used, but I just got like, when it's 3 stars, we can also just color it in to like 3 stars and leave the other 2 empty, you know? But I like to cut it off, you know? And then here I need to still make the brackets, but this is the last spread I have left for this. So yeah, then I guess I need to make a flap. Here's my series tracker, and I'm also doing pretty good on this one. And this year I decided to only like write down series that I'm actually gonna start reading or am reading. So yeah, I finished the Murderbot Diaries, for example. I like read the last book in the Legendborn cycle, even though there's like more coming out obviously, but it's not out yet. But yeah, it's just, it looks pretty cool. The gray ones are the ones that I read before this year obviously, and the blue ones are the new ones. So yeah. Oh, my cat is in my suitcase. On the right side I have my Instagram followers tracker, and also for my YouTube. But to be honest, I kind of don't post on Instagram anymore. I tried to do it, but I don't know. Yeah, but my YouTube following is growing a lot because I started the year with 409 and we're already at 768, which is crazy. But yeah, my Instagram things is only going down, to be honest. So yeah, and then my last yearly spread is my physical TBR, and it's quite a lot because normally I only had one door, but I needed to stick one in with washi tape because I kind of bought too much. But anyway, I'm also doing pretty well with like my physical TBR. Like I'm actually reading stuff that I already owned, which is amazing because in the last 2 years I did not really do that, which is not that good obviously. So I'm trying to like fix that. And here as well. And then this one is actually new books that I bought, but I'm also doing quite well on those. Yeah, this one is actually supposed to like come next to this, but so it's kind of in the wrong order because these are still from what I already owned, like 2024. But yeah, these are all new ones as well, and as you can see, I read them, so that's good news. And I was doing so good till March came around, my bird month, and I bought like a lot, and I also got books gifted from my family, so it got quite a lot there. Okay, but now we're gonna go into the monthlies. So guess what? The first month is January. So I'm just gonna like flip through them pretty quickly because you all saw them already, like in my setup videos and in my what I read in a month. So yeah. Here is my first review spread, and this book feels like such a long time ago that I read it, but it was this year, which is so crazy, but this was an amazing book. So yeah. Here is Gallant, and I'm still in love with how this spread turned out because I had this idea with like the little page door, I guess, like literally from when I saw the cover, and I was like, I need to do this. So I'm still happy with how this turned out. Also, this one, the next one, this one is so gorgeous in my opinion. Like, I ate with my review spreads in January. Like, I was in a creative mood, I guess. But these are so beautiful, if I say so myself. Then Heartless, which was also an amazing book, but the review spread itself is quite boring. But to be honest, I don't really care. I still like it. And then we have Rock, Paper, Scissors, and I did like this Pinterest thingy, and it's so easy and quickly done, but it still looks so amazing. So yeah. And then Yellow Face, and I saw like the cover of the book in another language, and it has like this face on it, and I was like, yes, I need to use this for my review spread. So I did it. Now we go over to February, and here I use like stuff from Marigona Suli. She has like amazing like stickers and like prints. So yeah. Also, I don't know how it happens, but February is the shortest month, and I always almost like this is always the month that I read the most books, which is always crazy to me because how does that even happen, you know? And we arrived at the reviews. So here we have the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, the Silent Patient. I also had this like ID because the painting, especially the back of the painting, is like a part in the book. Like if you know, you know. So I just printed like a full page out, like of the behind of a painting. Lol. So yeah, I also really like this spread. And then we have Cemetery Boys, and I also like, sometimes you just have amazing covers that you can use in a review spread, and I always try to do that, so I did it here as well. Because I didn't put glue here, it like, I think it like absorbed like, not water, but like watery air or something, so now it's like wrinkly, which is not a great look, but it's still stuck in there, so that's okay. Then she was gone. To be honest, this is probably my most boring spread ever, but I think I still like it. So yeah. And then we have First Time Color. This was also a pretty lazy spread, because this is literally like one page that I just printed off, because for example over here these were all like cut out and stuck on separately, but this is just printed off, which is kind of lazy from me. And here we have the Christmas Tree Farm, which I also really loved. And here I did cut everything out and put it on separately, which is, I don't know, it just feels different. Like I love to feel like the texture, so yeah. Then we have Deep End, and I love this book. I don't care what people say. And I also made this little flap with like a quote, because why not? Also, I made a tutorial how to print out your reviews in the shape of your review spread. So if you go to my February, what I read in a month, you will see how I printed off this review, basically. Then we have Famous Last Words, and I love this book as well. This is from the author of Wrong Place, Wrong Time, and that is one of my favorite mystery books. So if you want to read a mystery book, I pretty much recommend like books by Gillian McAllister, because she's an amazing writer. Then we arrived at March, and I used like the printables from Ikigai Papier, and I also did this little window, which is pretty fun. The washi tapes are also from her. And here we have the calendar. And we have arrived at the reviews. Okay, my thing is becoming pretty thick. I need to hold it like this. This is actually a spread for the whole Legendborn cycle, but it has only my review for the third book, Oathbound, because that's the one I actually read. The only thing I forgot is the title of the book to like put it there. So yeah, but I think it's pretty obvious. So yeah, I love this series so much, and I also love how this spread turned out. It's different from my other ones, so yeah. Then here we have Zero Kill, which was also an amazing book, and then we have X-Troller, and as you can see, I still have yet to write my review and print it out. Whoops. But I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it. And here we have the map of a garden I went to with my parents. Here as well. And then we are at April already. And this is from... These like stickers and washi tape are from Journal Away, her shop. And she also, like, she just makes such gorgeous stuff. So yeah, I like used her stuff. I went to London, so I obviously needed to make a spread. And then we have arrived at the reviews. So we have the Hunger Games. I really liked how this turned out, even though I just printed this off like as one piece, which is lazy of me. But if it works, it works, you know? Then we have the Natural series, and oh my god, I love these books so much. I still need to read the novella, but these 4 books were amazing. So we have the Naturals, Killer Instinct, All In, and Bad Blood. And my personal favorite is All In. Then we have Catching Fire. Spectacular, Love Letters to a Serial Killer, and Julie-chan is Dead. And now we are at May, and I yet again used like stuff from Marigo and Asuli. Like you can probably see like the resemblance. I will go back. Like these and these are like the same vibe, you know. So yeah. The washi tape is from Hiii I. And the first review spread, and I decided to do all the Murderbot Diaries books into one spread because the books are pretty short. It's like all novellas except Network Effect. So yeah, I just decided to put like a whole spread, and I really wanted to like finish these books before the show came out, and I did finish it at the time. Have I finished watching the show yet? No. that is something that always happens. I like push myself to read the book before the show comes out. I do it and then I don't even watch the show, which is pretty weird. But anyway, here are all the reviews. It looks pretty crazy, but yeah. My favorite from these are the second one, Artificial Condition, and Network Effect, because art is in there, and if you know art, you know it. Then we have Watch Me, and I loved this book. Definitely one of my most anticipated reads that was actually good. And this is just amazing. I kind of messed up this spread because my review was too long, so I need to make this flat, but it kind of didn't really work, so it looks kind of weird. But yeah, I still love like the rest of the spread. Then my cat turned 13 years old, so I also wanted to make like a little collage. And here we have V Negative. And then we have Funny Story. This was my first 5-star read of the year, so that was literally in May. And this book made me feel all the emotions. It even made me cry, and no, like not many books make me cry. But one negative thing, I still haven't written the review, and stuck it in, so yeah, let's just ignore that. But I first want to annotate it to then like make the review out of it. Here we have Modern Divination. This is also a different spread than my other ones, because I printed out a background again, but it's like a dark background, so the review pops really out, and I really liked it. I also went like around like the separate things with like a white marker, and I really loved how this spread turned out. Here we have Out on a Limb. And here we have also something where I went to with my parents. And here we have Quicksilver. I also really like how this turned out. And here we also have the last book of this month. And in the next month you can see I bought my own printer, so the quality is better. But this, I think I kind of messed this spread up because the quality is so bad. But yeah, anyway. And here I used like my own stickers, but this was with like another sticker maker, so just ignore that. But yeah. Here is June, and this is definitely my favorite monthly like theme. This is also from Ikigai Papier yet again, but I just love the greens and the purples together, because this shade of green is my favorite color of all time, so I'm pretty biased. But yeah, normally I make like a full spread for the month, but I decided to only do like a little one, and then I just put the books there, which is also new, but I sometimes I like doing new things, so that's pretty great. And here are the reviews, and as you can see, the quality is so good because I got my own printer, and like look at this, like it just looks like a photo, which is crazy. And I also printed these things off on sticker paper, so I just needed to stick them in, but you can see that in my June what I read in a month. So yeah. Then The Queen's Rising. I also made a tutorial how to use Canva and how I made this exact spread. So if you want to watch that and learn, I guess, go watch the video. Here I also used some of my own stickers, which is also pretty cute. Twisted Games. And here, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I had like glue on my finger because for my review like text, I did use normal paper and glue, but I had glue on my finger and I was holding my journal like this and I looked and the ink was on my finger, and so it's pretty gone there. So yeah. And here I have Twisted Hate, and this is, guys, this is kind of crazy, but I thought this would be my least favorite in like the Twisted series. But it turned out to be my favorite, which is crazy. Maybe because I had really low expectations, so it surprised me more, but it was definitely my favorite in the series. And I had a lot to say, so I made a flap out of this. And then we have Twisted Lies. And as you can see, the review is not yet in here. Because I'm going on vacation soon to Austria, and I just wanted to film this video before I went to there. So yeah, I haven't like made a review and printed it out yet. But yeah, I also really like how this turned out. And just a look at the quality. Like, this is so crazy. And then we obviously have a spread for K-pop Demon Hunters. Like, if you haven't watched this, what are you even doing? Like, I'm not even a K-pop music person, but I watched this movie because my friend was recommended it, and like she recommended it like a lot to me, and I was like, damn, this is amazing, amazing, and all the edits, amazing. So yeah. And here I use like my own stickers to just showcase like what they look like on paper. So here we have like the normal sticker sheet. Here we have the sticker sheet like with the star ratings. Here are the circle sticker sheets. Here are the circles, the normal one, and the star ratings one. And yeah, this was it, because here I have like pages like cut out that I used. But yeah, that was it actually. So yeah. But I also want to show you my next journal for the months of July to December, and it's this one. And I actually like that they match, because I also still have stationery left to do like the first pages, so I'm gonna do that. The edges are gold, which wasn't the case for here, but yeah, also look at the difference, because these are both from Tifosi, so like you can see how thick this became, and I have the band around here, so that's kind of crazy, but I love how it looks when it's like all filled in. Like, it's just another look that I love. But yeah, this is my new one, and yet again you can use code Emma for 10% off if you also want this journal. And this one is also in different colors, like also this beige one with like red like details, and I love that one. I was like deciding between this one and that one, but I decided on this one because they match better. But yeah, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and bye.